Hey there guys, today's video is about Robinhood. So if you don't know what's happening with Robinhood, it's an app for trading, buying stocks and shares, that kind of thing. So what Robinhood have recently done is blocked access to buying stocks with GameStop and AMC. And if you don't know what's going on with that, basically a group of people on Reddit, they got together and bought a large amount of stocks in GameStop particularly, which has seen a huge, I think it's an 850% increase in a month. They caused the stock price to absolutely surge. It went extremely high in a rapid amount of time. Now the problem this has caused is a lot of hedge funds, a lot of large sort of financial institutions, Wall Street bankers, they've been short in the stock basically on GameStop. So they've been betting that the stock will go down in price, which was a fairly safe bet. It was a company that's been losing over 200 million in a year. So but what this has caused by the stock price going up, they have lost a huge amount of money. They'd taken what was pretty much a safe bet, to earn easy money by shorting GameStop stock, and because people on Reddit have got together and decided to buy the stock, that caused a huge spike, and these hedge funds and things were forced to sell at a massive loss. I do believe they've lost over they're well on the way to 2 billion in losses or more. 1.6 billion last time I checked had been lost because of this. Now obviously there's nothing wrong with this. Anyone can buy any stock at any time. If you want to invest in a failing company, you can invest 200 million in a failing company if you've got the money, and you're able to do it. So a lot of these Wall Street bankers and people, they're all all on about market manipulation and everything, and obviously this is rubbish. You can say it's manipulation, but it's only a problem for them when someone else is doing it. We all know that all of these large financial companies, they're always manipulating the markets and things in their favour. It's not it's a big deal when it's used against them and they're the ones losing billions. When they're doing it, it's perfectly fine. So what Robinhood has done, which has caused a huge amount of controversy, is they restricted for a time being able to purchase Robinhood, GameStop, AMC and various other small companies' stocks. So just because there's a huge volume of people buying them, they said they're not, they restricted it basically, so you couldn't buy it. So we actually saw the price drop quite a considerable amount while it was restricted. That restricted you from buying it, which was causing all of the problems, but it didn't restrict you from selling it. So this is, to anyone that knows anything about this is an obvious attempt. It's obvious what they've done. It's just everything to help, the large financial institutions, the hedge funds, and they're just, not allowing regular people, their own users of their application to buy the stock, just so they can save money for the the super wealthy, the hedge funds. This has caused a huge amount of backlash. Tons of people have been giving it a 1 star on the Apple and the Play Store and things, on the reviews. They've all been putting 1 stars. I believe Google's eliminated a lot of them, so it might not be a 1 star now, but personally I don't think they should have eliminated the bad reviews. I mean, doing something like this, restricting the stock, they deserve a bad review. They should never do that. That is blatant market manipulation. There's no other way around that. It's obviously it's obvious why they've done it. Because if you don't know how Robinhood make money, basically what they're doing is they're selling the stocks and things you buy. They then pass that on to larger financial groups, and they bet against what people what users on Robinhood are doing. So they bet that in general everyone on Robinhood's going to lose money buying these stocks, and they bet against you basically. So, you know, by causing them to lose, you know, billions of dollars, Robinhood certainly doesn't want this. They had an emergency sort of cash injection of $1 billion, I believe. You know, they were just, you know, panicking about losing money, but, you know, there's no way they can justify restricting, you know, access to these. Now, it has been unrestricted now just because of the huge amount of backlash that they got for this. Obviously, you know, it's terrible for their name and things. So it has been unrestricted now, and the stock price has gone up again. So even though but what they've done with restricting it is that by the price dropping while it was restricted, that's allowed a lot of you know, big firms to save a lot of money by selling when the price dropped temporarily then. And you can bet that they told them exactly when they'll be reopening and things, so they knew exactly when to sell their shares for the minimal loss. And they still lost money, 100%, but obviously they've lost a lot less than they would have lost before. So terrible market manipulation by Robinhood. I'd suggest you change apps. Personally, that's my suggestion. It's up to you, you know, what app you use. But things like this, it's just terrible for, you know, it's just not acceptable that they can, you know, stop you from buying shares that you want to buy, you know, just to save, you know, large companies money, and to cost all of the users money, because a lot of people that had invested a lot in there, you know, they could have sold money at, you know, the highest price, and then you know, restricting it has caused it to drop again, and it has gone back up now. But you know, it's certainly possible that they've lost a lot of people a lot of money, a lot of its users. So you know, maybe consider changing to another app. I don't know too much about the apps in the US. I know that in the UK, Trading 212 is the biggest app, and that also restricted you know, access to buying GameStop. So not much choice in the UK. In the US, there's probably other options. I know there's Fidelity and a few others, so maybe consider changing, taking money out of Robinhood. You don't really want to be supporting you know, actions like that if possible. So, but you know, they have received, you know, a huge amount of backlash. I'm sure they'll lose a small fortune from this, and hopefully many users will switch. So, you know, terrible decisions by Robinhood, which apparently they'll be going public soon. I'm not sure what they'll do, but I hope nobody buys shares from Robinhood. So, you know, I in general, in regards to the GameStop thing and all of that, I support completely people buying, you know, GameStop and making these companies lose money, because you know, it's nothing illegal. You can buy stock in any company that you want whenever you want. You know, just because some corporation, big financial companies are, you know, betting it's going to lose, it doesn't mean you should be restricted from buying, you know, in that particular company. So, you know, some more market manipulation there from the big hedge funds on, you know, with Robinhood. So hopefully there'll be a stop to this, and hopefully the price will go even higher. I don't know if it's a good decision now to keep investing in GameStop. I know if you'd invested when it was a lot lower, you know, people have made a huge amount of money, you know, in a short amount of time from this. Now I'm not so sure if it's a buy, so perhaps, you know, I would stay away from that one. But you never know. Just from the time it's dropped, now it's risen another 100%. So if you'd bought when it dropped, you'd have earned 100% straight away. So, but again, a risky buy. So that's it for the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Give the video a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.